Here we are on this 14 bus. I'm going to show you something tasty here. Slow sink drain from the inside of that faucet. I don't know if you can tell why that sink drain will be slow or not, but that's the Hepvo valve under the sink. And they found this. Let me go here and show you some stuff inside. This we call this a tater box. That's a Precision Boys way of saying it's a tater box. It's here. Don't really know the technical term for that. Sometimes if you've got long enough arms you can get to it. If not, you have to take this loose. There's actually screws under the bottom. It's a nightmare. But this one was able to get in here, get back there. I don't know if you can see back there is where the Hepvo valve goes into. It's in line right there. It's where that's at. I'll have the classic example of this with this sink here. Have the double sink is that you will have one sink backing up into the other sink, and that is because of the way this is designed right here. You see how that's straight across and it goes down, it goes straight over into the Hepvo valve there and out. And when the Hepvo valve is clogged, it takes a lot of pressure to push through that. I know the drain's not pressurized, but when it's sticky and clogged up, it takes the water pressure to push through. And until that time, it will keep that full of water, and the one sink will back up into the other sink and creates all kind of issues. Again, let me show you. This is kind of underneath the tater box. There's 4 little bitty screws under there, and it's on a slide tray. I guess you could take the slides out. It's just so heavy and difficult that we normally take that tater box loose, but we was able to get to this one. There was enough room that we could get in between there with our arm and get that out. Sometimes they glue those and we have to wind up taking this out. This is a last case resort to take out this tater box because it's an extra 45 minutes of work to get that out and back in. But if you're having a slow sink drain, the Hepvo valve could be the culprit. I don't think this one's ever been changed out. It's a 14. And again, you'll see it'll fill up with water, or you'll have it back up into the other one. Different things like that. Also, we have a couple videos about the Hepvo valves when we change them out. We cut a little bit off the end. You don't want to cut too much because the Hepvo valve is basically a waterless P-trap. Is what that is, and it keeps sewer gases from coming back up and gives a little bit of pressure through that system. You know, it's just a handful of things that it does. And what we do is we cut just a little bit of that off. If you cut too much, it winds up letting the sewer gases back up. But we do cut just a little bit. I think it's like a 1/4 of an inch off, something like that. So just showing you again, if you have water backing up into your sinks, and kind of the setup on this 14 bus, trying to show you underneath is there, and then the Hepvo valve will be back there. You can see where it kind of goes in right there, and it connects back there. What we call a tater box. What you have to do sometimes to take it off, and what you don't. You ask you to like, share, and follow. It's just how the Precision Boys do it. Thank you.